that Beyonce concert on TV?
Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first-round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the UCF Knights. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the UCF Knights offense begins this game backed up. That was not a good return. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
Talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. The Knights with 1st and 10 here.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Looking to throw again. Receiver makes the catch, breaks a tackle on the play, and makes a decent gain.
You know, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Makes a quick catch, and the gain just good enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the 1st down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Knights move into the red zone. Here's the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights. Lining up to try the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Sun Devils offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Got space, looking to score. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Quarterback still with the football. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Chris, this is exactly why it's so tough to defend this offense, and especially this quarterback. He can throw the football, but we can see here, this guy's ability to run the option, he can pitch it, or in this case, run it, keep it himself, put 6 points up on the board.
Point after, up and good. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
The Knights begin a new series here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And here's the handoff. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the point after is good. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. The Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Play action here on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Backed up to the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quick throw to the left side. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Knights. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, that one's picked off. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway, snuffs out the scoring for a big play.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time,
and he'll get there. Touchdown, UCF. Here's the point after attempt. And the extra point makes it a 28-7 game. The kickoff team on the field now is able to get set to send this one away. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Receiver makes the grab. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds an open target on the left side. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. It's UCF in the lead. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Tackle is finally made, but an explosive game. They'll move him down to the 23-yard line. The Sun Devils come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the running back takes the handoff. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
They use the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. This is going to be a 21-yard chip shot. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Goes to his right side there for the completion. Second down after that previous play. The back's got it. Jukes to get free. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackle, but first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays down.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
And he's tackled after the catch. That completion makes it 2nd and medium.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The Knights are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Knights.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. Give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
And looking to throw now on first down. And he's got his man open downfield. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46.
The thing I love about this play is the quarterback put this football where only his guy could come up and make a play on it.
And the Sun Devils will have 1st and 10 here. Makes a quick grab. Breaks a tackle into the clear.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up fourth down now. The Sun Devils will have to kick this away. And he should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. Kick lands out of bounds. They'll spot this down around the 20. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? On first down, it's play action. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Catch made down inside the 15-yard line. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9. So following the quick lightning strike, they're set up here 1st and goal.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
And he'll be brought down.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing second and goal. So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position, but now it's third and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he scores. Touchdown, UCF. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hope the defense can get a quick stop. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? The QB throws his third pick of the day. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. They'll run it here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away.
Intercepted in the end zone.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Gives it to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Knights will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First play of the second half is a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Returner tackled right there. That's what will start the drive. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Ball handed off. Great cut there. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
And then first down, right back to the running game. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
The Knights are in the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Perkins. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And now the handoff. Touchdown, Knights. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's another touchdown. An old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Defense makes the stop after the completion. The completion makes it second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So they get the 3, but the margin is still huge.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. Handoff to the back. Powering right past the defender. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Getting set. Here's second down. He'll hand it off. Into the clear at the 25. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Quick throw, testing the middle. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after him.
They look to throw it here on second down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Knights looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, UCF. And the beatdown continues. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting them in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll hand it off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, ASU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
56, Arizona State.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his back. Who makes the grab? Enough for a first down at the 37.
Boy, another nice completion by this quarterback and one of his receivers. You know, if I'm right, you look at this quarterback in this game alone, he's now over 350 yards. What a game for him.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Just trying to get rid of it. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the right here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Here's the second down play. On the run, it's Ruiz. Powering through. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And he'll drop back here on third down. Running back has it on a screen now. And it's UCF in the lead, Kirk. This has been a beatdown, and the stats at the end of 3 reflect that. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turn.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. Well spotted at the 42.
Hey, when it's your day, it's your day. This offense, and especially this running back, enjoying a monster day, putting up huge numbers and having a nice, big, comfortable lead.
On the run here, lets it go. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. We got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made after a big gain. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, this defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He breaks free. Broke one tackle, but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. There's the handoff. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he stopped just short, down to the 2, but an excellent run.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with...
Touchdown, Knights. And the route is on. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, UCF.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the 4th quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. It's an out route. The catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, because that's...
And the sophomores got him for a sack. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. And the Sun Devils will send their punt team onto the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. Fighting off the tackler. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, Knights. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Makes the grab. It's Ruiz. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. That's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board. Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Looking for the wideout. Touchdown, Arizona State. Strong game by this quarterback.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I know they're going to win this football game, but I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They're going to run it here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
They stop him right at the 24. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. They've converted one of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. So they get the first down, and that could be the dagger this defense needed to stop right there. The offense can begin to think about celebrating.
What a gutsy call here by the head coach to go for this with 4th down with the lead late in the game. Give them all the credit for the execution. This game's not over, but the defense, the only chance they really have now is they got to rip that ball out and try to get a turnover.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Gets into space at the 50. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. The Knights lining up here on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff